Good afternoon, everyone, and welcome to the second installment of the Prism Message. I hope this presents less awkwardly than it feels. In a moment of complete honesty, this is not my favorite thing to do, but it is very important. But holy smokes, this is a quick and stark reminder that I have a face for radio. And Rick and Mike Pott, you can hopefully didn't laugh out loud at that one. But it is important that we continue to find ways to connect with you, our team, in a way that we cannot do in person. I do hope this message finds you well and your families well as we all deal with the impacts of the coronavirus. I and we are thinking of everyone and how difficult it is, and it can be a lot to deal with. And you might be experienced loved ones or friends or families who have either caught the virus or have been exposed to it. And or you're in the camp with those who are getting daily communications with what school is going to look like for the next year. I know specifically the Kellys are, as we're sending our daughter off to college. But we get daily communications about what that looks like or doesn't look like. So plans are fluid, and that's not always comfortable from a planning perspective, but all to say this hits us all differently. So please hang in there, be patient, and most importantly, be patient with others. 3 things I want to touch base on of interest. The first, operational issues. Some good news, we just hired Nicole Tranchina as a temporary human resource manager with plans to utilize her 2 to 3 times a week for the remainder of this calendar year and maybe into January. This will allow Allison to take the much deserved time off to rest, recover, and spend time with the girls and Henry. Though I'm not sure how much rest she will get, but hopefully she will at least be given a space to recover. But anyway, this is good for Allison and good for us. Allison is planning to introduce her at the manager and staff meetings tomorrow, so look forward to that. And it will be a team effort as we look to support Nicole and her handling of the main areas of recruitments, which we are in recruitment season, which means bringing people on and onboarding them as we replenish the resources on our team. Payroll, very important, open enrollment, and other regular HR stuff. I will be supported by several folks as we help Nicole in her transition. So Mike Pott will be assisting Sydney on the open enrollment and the benefits related questions, Trina on payroll. Vin's going to be working with her on recruitment and the onboarding process. And so certainly it'll be kind of a collaborative effort, but so we'll all pitch in and help Nicole, but we're glad to have her on board. Second area I wanted to touch on briefly is the renewal for 2021. It was crazy again, and I know, and we do say it each year, and that's because each year was crazier than the last. I promise you, it is true. The market is very hard, and next year promises to be at least as challenging as this year, if not more. And by hard market, for those of you that aren't as involved, the carriers are very selective in where they place business. They're becoming very restrictive on terms, and the way they do this is by adding exclusions, basically taking away coverage, adding aggregates, so they're limiting how much coverage they're willing to extend, or they put on sublimits, which is another way of limiting how much exposure they have or payments that would need to be made given a certain type of coverage. Or they limit the overall amount of limits they're willing to put up on the program. And at the same time, premiums go up. So they're taking away stuff and premiums go up. That's a hard market, and there's fewer people to choose from. So. And that is for the insurance that is available, and some markets have really scaled back. So thankfully we have size and volume in terms of premium, and we also have 40 years in industry, so we do have relationships, but at some point it becomes more and more challenging to be able to leverage those into doing business with folks who just have upper management telling them that they need to be extremely selective. All to say, you'll hear more about the renewal tomorrow from Max and Rebecca. At the end of the day, it was good, but you will see that the EIA and EIO ended up taking on some risk in places that we have not taken on risk before. And that's partly opportunistic as well, as we can signal to the market that we are willing to take on risk. And so that keeps carriers honest as well in terms of their pricing and their offerings. Through this process, we were able to add some good-sized members in EWC, GL1, and GL2 that you'll hear about tomorrow, so we are excited about that. Some pretty good premium volume that came in with these ads. And I think we're going to continue to grow because carriers are effectively sending non-renewal notices to members at the last minute. And I'll give you an example of using your personal auto insurance as an example. Let's say you're with Farmers or Liberty Mutual or State Farm, and 2 weeks before the renewal let's say you have a deductible on your collision or comp of, let's say, $1,000. And 2 weeks before renewal, they send you a notice that says, hey, we are willing to renew you, but your deductible is going up to $5,000. And I know it seems extreme, but that really is what is happening on a much broader scale with our public entities. These folks have $500,000 million SIRs at these cities. They get a notice from their carrier that says, we have a company mandate or corporate mandate that we're not offering SIRs lower than $5 million. Well, that's significant, folks. These aren't planned for it. They don't have the budgets or the coffers to take on a $5 million hit each and every occurrence. So through that, we are approached to see if we can be a home for them. And so there was a flurry of activity in the middle to late June that we were responsive to. And I won't give away all the secrets for tomorrow, but the one that we did land was the County of Monterey. And we are very excited about that. We've been working with them for a few years. And I can tell you that prospect came to us on Friday, the afternoon, June 26th, after an agenda had been posted. So we found a way to get them on the agenda, worked all weekend to figure out the details and negotiate a deal with them. They bound 7-1. And so we're happy that we've added Monterey County in GL2. Again, crazy year. We do say it each year. It's going to continue to be. So please continue to work with us, and we will communicate with you. I know several teams are waiting us to give you information as to how the structures work, who the players are, where the corridors are, aggregates, all that kind of stuff. We have those answers for you, I promise. Finally, staffing. Lori has hired Jay Dean as our new front desk receptionist. We're excited about that. I think you'll be excited to meet her. And Rebecca is currently in the final stages of hiring a senior underwriter and is in the process of hiring an underwriting specialist so we can get those teams restocked and up and running with a full tank of gas. It's also my understanding that Tom and Kenny and team are currently working on filling in their vacancies and building out their IT claims team as we look to round out that team as well. So good stuff there. That is exciting in challenging times. Again, folks, please be safe, be well, and please reach out to me, your manager. If you have any questions, we're happy to help. And we do thank you for your continued patience and hard work. Thank you.